Today I'll be teaching us how to make vegetable egg yolk filling. It is a very simple recipe that you can make yourself. If you watch this video from start to finish, you'll be able to replicate this yourself. It is very simple, okay? So let's go straight into it. We'll be needing few ingredients, which are eggs, pepper, tomatoes, onions, spring onion, and cabbage. So now it's time for us to go straight into it. First of all, you slice your onion. Make sure you slice it very well, okay, like into cubes. Then the next thing you slice is your tomato. You can use more than the quantity here. I just used only one piece. You can use as many as you want. Okay, so you slice your tomatoes into smaller pieces. You don't have to make it into big chunks. Slicing it into big chunks will make it very hard for it to dry out the water when you are making your sauce. Okay, so the next thing to do is to slice the pepper just the way you sliced the onion and the tomatoes. You do same for the pepper. I used a lot of pepper because I want my end products, I want my filling to be peppery. I want it to be a bit spicy and hot, and so that is why my pepper is a bit much. Make sure you make it spicy to some extent, just the way you can take it. Okay, if you can accept heat, then use enough pepper. Then the next thing is my spring onion. This ingredient is very important in this recipe. You can't make this recipe without spring onion because there is a flavor and a taste that it adds to it at the end of the day. So make sure your spring onion is available. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to use slice is our cabbage. The cabbage doesn't have to be so much, it doesn't have to be so plenty. Just a few can do, but you just need to have cabbage in it as well. So chop your cabbage very well and see that there is no sand in it. Please be careful about that. Make sure there is no sand in your cabbage. Okay, so now moving forward, the next thing we are going to do is to start frying our vegetable. So here is my groundnut oil. My groundnut oil goes into my pan. I've already put on the heat. So the next thing you do is your salt should go in, then followed by the curry powder. That is also very important. Then after the oil has heat a bit, you go in with your onion. Then you stir very well. Please, when you go in with your onion, make sure it releases its aroma before you add any other ingredient to it. So at this time, I'm lighting the gas because I want to put the egg in there for it to start cooking. So I fry my onions very well before I add in my tomato. Now the tomato has some juice, so you allow it to also fry for some time so as to get the juice out of the tomato, because you don't want the sauce to be soggy. Then my pepper is added, so at this stage you also add your pepper. Make sure to fry everything together. Make sure they come together. And lastly, no, not lastly, the next is our cabbage. Please press out the water. Make sure you squeeze out enough water from the cabbage before you add it to the sauce on the fire. You also stir very well to mix everything together. Okay, now I'm going to check for taste. I checked the first time, I wasn't sure about it, so I checked for the second time and I've discovered I needed to add more salt. Okay, so I added just a little because I didn't want to make it to become salty. You can always adjust to your taste. Some people like a lot of salt, some don't. Now I'm checking on my egg to see if they are well cooked. So I'm bringing it out of the water to check. I checked on my egg and I saw that my egg was ready because there was a crack on the shell. So that is one way for you to know that your egg is ready. So I went back to my sauce to stir, and then I added the last ingredient, or the last vegetable, which is spring onion. Please make sure to add this as the last vegetable, because the spring onion adds taste, aroma, and color to our sauce. If you put it as the first or second, it will reduce the color, and it will not allow the taste to incorporate into the sauce properly. Now it is time to deshell my egg. So I'm deshelling the first one. The shelling of egg is not something that is serious. It is a very simple thing to do. Like I said earlier, if your egg has a crack, then it is just a very, very simple thing to do, because from that crack, it has already given you access to start deshelling it. I'm done with the first one, and now I'm deshelling the second one. So I'm done deshelling my egg. At this time, it is time for me to remove the egg yolk from the eggs. So make sure to target the center of the egg. Each half should be equal. You don't want one side to be bigger than the other side. Now, this is another thing you should take note. Before you cut your egg into two, look for the part of the egg yolk that is so transparent that you can see through the egg white. From there, you can target the middle of the egg. So that is one tip you should take note of. So it is time to remove the egg yolk from the egg white. We need to do this because we'll be mixing the vegetable sauce we made earlier with the egg yolk. Okay, so this stage is very important. Now I have taken out all the egg yolk. It is time for us to mix our vegetables and egg yolk together. This is what we make our filling. It is this combination of the egg yolk and the vegetable that will fill the egg white with at the end of the day. So to mix them together, you need a fork. Get the fork and then press everything together. You can as well use a spoon, a spatula, or whatever works for you. But what works for me is the fork. So just the way I'm doing it right now, you mix the egg yolk and the vegetables together. Make sure everything comes together very well. You don't want a mixture where you have you have egg yolk at one side and you have vegetable at the other side. No, you don't want that. Now I am done with the mixing. It is time to fill our egg white with our egg yolk and vegetable sauce. Take your egg yolk and take your egg white and start filling. I'm done with the first one, so I move to the second one. So I will do the same thing for the 4 egg white that I have on my plate. Okay, so this is it. Isn't this looking very beautiful? Yes, it is. So keep filling, and while you are filling, please be careful when placing them on the plate. Remember, the base of the egg white is very slippery, so when you are placing them on the plate, you have to be careful so that the egg filling will not fall off or fall out of the egg white. At this point, I am done with filling my egg white with my mixed vegetables and egg yolk, and it came out so well. So this is my end product. This will also be your end product if you try this at home. Please subscribe to my channel, help my channel to grow. Like, share, and comment. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.